Hi everybody, it's Red Hill Eagle here, and this is episode 2 of Hope and Glory, our local to global UK company from 1992. We are Thursday, week 1, January 92. I'm going to skip ahead now to our first show. Obviously, if anything happens in between, such as any decisions or emails and such, I'll obviously take you through those, but I'm going to skip ahead now to our very first show. Okay, so I thought I'd stop the game. Just randomly, really. Turns out it's Thursday, week 3, January 92. We've got email alerts. Dave Adams has been hired by EUR, and so has Barry Douglas. Okay, so it doesn't really do much for us. I'll be skipping ahead again to get to our first show. Okay, so here we are, Friday, week 4, January 1992. It's the date of our first show, and we have more email alerts here. Steve Linsky, body type change. Okay, doesn't affect anything. He's one of our referees. Okay, $125 in debt. We're going to go into our first show now. Now, something else. Backstage incident. What we got? Mel Stewart. He's our road agent. Oh, good. He brightened the backstage area simply by being so cheerful and fun to be around. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, something I want to say, something I do with insignificant companies, I always go for a generic venue. And I know some people might say that's kind of cheating. I don't know if it works out more expensive or cheaper. It's probably cheaper because they probably just stick you in a venue that's almost bang on what your attendance is. But, and I've said this before, we're going to be in such small, we're playing in, we're wrestling, we're putting on a show in someone's back garden, or a village hall, and it's just, I just think it's, at the moment, we'll stick to, generic venue. 52 fans expected. When we get closer to 100, I'll probably be looking at proper venues that are, 100 capacity, and yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. That's for another time. But for the moment, yeah, a generic venue. Let's go ahead then and book this show. So we got the two semi-finals: Bill Clark and Steve Morocco. So we want Bill Clark and Steve Morocco. These times I'm putting in at the moment will probably change. It's just to do something to, we just need something in there. Bill Clark's going to get the win. I just want to remind myself, actually, Bill, which one's the face and which one's the heel? Right, Bill Clark is the heel. Oh, of course, because he's going to win the final, isn't he? So Bill Clark is the heel, so he gets the win. I'm going to have him win it by DQ, I think. He's going to get, or a count out. Count out. He's not going to get DQ'd. He's not going to win by DQ against a face. So not to say I'll never do that, but not at the moment. So he's going to win by count out. So we'll book that. And then we've got Lewis Blaine and Steve Quintain. Okay. Lewis Blaine and Steve Quintain. And Lewis Blaine is getting the win in this one. Now he's the face. So yeah, we'll have him. Actually, let's have this one down as storytelling as well. So we'll have him win it decisively. I don't usually go for I don't usually say specifically pinfall/pinfall submission. I should, particularly if you kind of got a guy who's got a submission finish or something like that, a finishing move. But I normally just go with decisive. That might change. Okay, so something else. I like to do this. I just kind of like semi, so we know that's a semi-final. Semi. Okay, so then the final, Bill Clark and Lewis Blaine. Bill Clark, alphabetical order, unless you're a champion, then you go first if you're a champion. So, again, that's probably my OCD coming out a bit there, but there we go. So this is the final. And we want Bill Clark to win it, and he's going to win the final by cheating. Don't want to call in the ring. He's going to cheat to win this one, so he wins both matches. You know, doesn't get them cleanly. We'll have this one as steal the show. Yeah, why not? It's the last match. Try and get it maybe 14 minutes. So we'll see where we are for time. So I know that we've got 8 minutes left. So I'm probably going to cut the 2 semis a little bit. This is again is my OCD. And talking of OCD, something else I do. I literally pin the minutes down. So, for example, our product says we've got 80% wrestling, and we've got a 60-minute show. That works out at 48 minutes wrestling, and I will go 48 minutes wrestling. There are occasions when I might go over or under, and I know it's kind of a little bit, yes, it's pedantic, OCD-ish to go bang on the money. But that's what I do. It just helps keep me organised, I suppose. So yeah, let's drop the time in that one. So yeah, so we've got 11 minutes left, so we're going to have a 9-minute match between 2 other guys. What have we got? I mean, all of our guys are major stars. Right, so let's have a look. Let's try and get some people that got some stamina. So 61's not great. 77. Okay, Gary Finch. He's a heel, so he needs to take on a face. Maybe someone a bit younger. Needs to take on a face. Richie Brooks. Stamina's only 50. It's going to be a short match, but I was hoping to go all out, although we have got the main event as still the show. So, okay, we'll go with Richie Brooks. And we'll have the heel, no we won't, we'll have the face win this, because the heel's going away with the title. And what I do, I just, kayfabe, these guys have just challenged each other. They've both put $100 in, the winner's going to take $200. So I'd literally just, you know, $200 challenge match, okay. And this match is literally just to break up the last semi and the final. So yeah, Jerry Finch. We'll have him win it decisively. Yeah. We've already got our storytelling match. We've got a still the show match. So that's kind of all I want to do there. One thing I haven't done, which could be pretty dangerous. I did do this on a show a long time ago. Yeah, actually activate the title for this final. So, booking analysis. Yeah, we don't have any announcers, but we don't need them. So now I've got 12 minutes to use for angles. Now, I've actually already forgotten who our personalities are. It's actually been a few days since I recorded the first episode and the second episode, so bear with me a little bit. Very unprofessional of me, I know. Flash Barker. Okay, Flash Barker. So, we'll have Flash Barker. We'll script him. Microphone. And it literally just be Flash Barker opens Premier League Wrestling and announces tournament for the I'm just going to put title. I'm not going to fill out the whole thing. So that we'll have that as 4 minutes. So he opens the show, and then we'll have Jerry Finch and Richie Brooks promos. And so it's just going to be Jerry Finch and Richie Brooks pre $200 match promos. So they talk about how the challenge came about and, you know, blah blah blah. It was obviously done off screen. We'll just go for 4 minutes. 4 minute time there. Put it just before there. And then we'll go with, do you know what, I actually want to change that one to 3 minutes. And then we'll have a 4 minute Bill Clark and Lewis Blaine interview by Flash Barker. Bill Clark, Lewis Blaine. I keep wanting to say Bain. Barker interviews Bill Clark and Lewis Blaine pre-title match. And we'll go with 4 minutes there. And then after the final, we're going to have Bill Clark just standing tall with the belt. So he's not. This will get a bad rating, but it makes sense. So post match, Bill Clark poses with the title belt for 1 minute. Now I just want to double check because I know I'm liable to screw things up. We've got Bill Clark winning it. Okay, because I didn't want Bill Clark to have him at the end holding the belt aloft and he didn't actually win the match. I've done that before. I have done that before. I did it on a 1993 save actually with Mr. Perfect lifting the Intercontinental belt aloft and he actually lost the match. Okay, so we're ready to go. Just double check that there's nothing else there that's untoward. Here we go. Got a 27 with the opening segment. Flash Barker opening the PLW. Gimmick changes, awful. Oh, that's a good start. 32 in the semi-final between Bill Clark and Steve Morocco. Morocco was off his game and they didn't have any chemistry, or it didn't seem to click. So rating of 32. Gimmick changes. Bill Clark got an awful and the referee Steve Linsky got a poor and Steve Morocco got a very good. Okay, well at least that's something. In the other semi-final, Lewis Blaine and Steve Quintain, 36. And Lewis Blaine got a poor as well for his gimmick. Steve Quintain got an adequate. This isn't this isn't great for gimmicks. Didn't I give myself 7 for creativity? Right, okay. Then we've got the promos between Jerry Finch and Richie Brooks, and that's a 20. Let's have a look at their gimmicks. Poor again, and great for Richie Brooks. And then the match, which Jerry Finch got the victory, got 37 there. I think that's the best match of the night so far. Yeah, that's all good. And then the promo or the interview from Flash Barker with Bill Clark and Lewis Blaine getting a 23. Bill Clark doesn't have the microphone skills. No, I appreciate that. I mean, at this level, I'll stick with it. You know, it's a shame in a way. He's going to be our champion, and he doesn't have microphone skills. But it is what it is. You know, we're not looking for high ratings at the moment. I've said before, we just need to get, you know, shows. We just need to get shows out there. We're gonna be okay, really. So Bill Clark getting the victory in the final of 37. I'm happy with that one. That's the match of the night. And then a 24. So he's over somewhat. I did a local to global a while ago, and I did a similar thing. And I had the winner pose with the belt at the end, and I think it got a segment rating of like 11 or something. It was really bad. So I mean, yeah, okay, 24. I mean, he has got decent pop for an insignificant company. I think it's 30 in Southern England. So overall, then 34. I'm very pleased with that one. I have had a lot worse. I don't usually make speeches. I probably won't start now either. No, I mean I probably will in time. There must be some kind of benefit to it, but I never have done, so I'm just not going to start now. Yeah, 1,402 in debt. I'm going to skip ahead a couple of days just to get to the 1st of February and we'll get a better idea of what we've lost this month. Bear with me, I'll be right back. Okay, so Monday, week 1, February. Okay, yeah, so we lost 1,405. So we literally didn't make anything. Our sponsors 9. Okay, yeah, didn't expect much. That will go up as our pop goes up. Don't forget our tickets are free, so we didn't make anything there, but that will help. Our pop, okay, I mean it hasn't nudged yet, but it's probably sitting at something silly like 0.6 or something. I don't quite know the maths behind it. I'll put an S on the end of that word because I'm English. Maths. Okay, I'm gonna have another show in this episode. I think I'm gonna try and do kind of 2 shows per episode, but I'm gonna take a leaf out of French Ted's book as well. I mentioned him in the last episode. I probably have periods where I'll just play off camera, just while we're at this level, because it's gonna get a little bit mundane. 3 matches every show, and basically the same formula, no storylines. So I'm probably gonna, 2 shows on an episode, and then I'll probably do a few shows off camera, but I will kind of circle back and give you any big news and that sort of thing. So let's skip ahead a few days again now then and get on to our next event. Just a couple of emails. We are on the day of our event. Richie Brooks fully fit. So he got injured somewhere, cracked ribs. Okay, so he got injured Saturday week 2 and he recovered Saturday week 3. So he was out for a week. Okay, well we didn't have a show. Right, so let's get our second event underway. Apart from having a title match, I really don't know what to do. Like I've said before, we're not running stories, we're just putting on shows, so it's just going to be a mishmash of pairing people together and putting on matches. So we've got an incident here involving Mike Roberts. Fine form before the show, keeping everyone in a great mood with his hilarious road stories. It created a relaxed and happy atmosphere. See, this is all great stuff because I don't have those leadership skills and diplomacy. We want a good, happy backstage. So, thank you very much. Go for select a generic venue again. Attendance has bumped up to 63, expected attendance. Possibly based on the first show. Pop's gone up a little bit, and tickets are still free. So let's do something then. We'll have a title match, as I say. We'll have Bill Clark defend. He needs to go up against a face, preferably 48 years old. So I mean, they're both. Bill Clark's 46. No, okay, he needs to take on someone a bit younger. Then maybe Steve. No, he's a heel. Tommy Stewart, he didn't participate in the last show. Yeah, okay, Tommy Stewart. Let's try and get a 15-minute match. Title on the line. Bill Clark will win it. Should we try to steal the show? He'll win it by cheating again. Okay. So, what are we going to do then? Let's have... Who else wasn't on the show? Let's have Andre Baker. He needs to go up against a face as well. Yeah, someone a bit older. Maybe learn a few things. Okay, Jim Fitzmaurice. Let's go for a 12-minute match there, see if we can get away with that. We'll have Jim win it, because Andre is still very young. But he'll win this. I was going to say he'll win it decisively. Yeah, I don't want heels always having to cheat or winning by count out as a DQ. So yeah, okay, and we'll have that as a storytelling match. So still got a good 18 minutes. So let's bump this one up. Let's see if we can get away with 16 minute. Yeah, that might be a bit better. So that gives us a 13-minute match now. Yeah, Richie Brooks. Yeah, Carl Kramer. I suppose you pronounce it Kramer because it's two M's. It's not Kramer. Okay. I want Richie Brooks to get the win here as well. Now, I said 30. Well, it's not a 13-minute match, is it? But it's a 13 minutes total, 11-minute match. Let's give the win to Richie Brooks to have a face, get a victory, and decisive win. Ah, he's only 25 and he hasn't got the stamina. Mike Roberts then. Yeah. Seeing as he did a good job backstage as well. Let's get him on the show. Just make sure there's nothing untoward there. And let's go for it then. Ah, do you know what? I didn't do any angles. Well, this gives me an opportunity, I guess, to show you something, a feature of the game. Return to booking screen. Now, okay, I can't put in an opening to the show, but okay. I feel really stupid actually doing that. So, what we'll have a post match. I mean, I've probably lost that other screen now, but Mike Roberts and Richie Brooks got a rating of 38, which is pretty decent. So we'll have Flash Barker. He'll interview Richie Brooks after the match. Okay, I mean, normally I would just have Flash Barker, opening the show, but I screwed up. So, Flash Barker, she's post, interviews Richie Brooks after his victory. Give that 4 minutes. Then we'll have Andre Barker and Jim Fitzmaurice interview. Andre Barker and Jim Fitzmaurice pre-match promos. Go 5 minutes there. And then we'll just have, actually no we won't, we'll cut that down to 4 minutes. Because I want a 4-minute Bill Clark and Tommy Stewart really. Bill Clark and it was Tommy Stewart, wasn't it? Yeah. So Barker interviews Clark and Tommy Stewart pre-title match. Once we start getting into stories and all that kind of thing, these a little bit more detailed, there'll be a little bit more meat on the bones, I suppose. Okay, so let's let's get back to it then. Yeah, that first match got a rating of 38. And then we have the Flash Barker and Richie Brooks, Flash Barker interviewing Richie Brooks after that match. Rating was 23. So yeah, I called an audible, I guess. Then we have Andre Baker. Okay, that obviously meant to say Barker. Andre Barker and Jim Fitzmaurice pre-match promos. I'm getting a 27 rating, and Andre, it is Baker. It is. Wow. Okay. I'm really confused. It's probably because we got a Flash Barker and do you know what? Ignore everything I'm saying. Go and watch someone else's series. They're obviously doing a much better job than me. Alright, well anyway, Andre Baker got a gimmick rating of very good, and Jim Fitzmaurice got great. Okay, well, a bit better than the last show then. And then the match, I only got 24, but you know, it is what it is. 16 and a half minutes long. Baker was off his game, and they didn't click. Okay. Um, and then we have the interview, Flash Barker interviewing Bill Clark and Tommy Stewart pre-title match. 18, that's quite disappointing, but yeah, we do have Bill Clark who can't talk. So again, I'm not too concerned whilst we're insignificant. That'll have to change in the future. We're going to have champions that either have a manager or can talk. Okay, or we'll just book them differently, and maybe not so many interviews and stuff. We'll just present them in a different way. But that's a long way off yet. We'll get there. Gimmick changes. Tommy Stewart, very good. And then here comes the match. 31. Okay, not quite as good as last week or last month's show, but that's okay. 31. They have great chemistry. So it's 1-2. I mean, Bill Clark's getting on a little bit age-wise, but maybe we can revisit this match. Okay, so total overall 29. Yeah, it's okay. Increased our popularity in one region. I screwed up at the beginning, but that ability to be able to go back and change things, it's quite possibly the first time I've ever used it actually. So yeah, I guess it was my way of showing you that feature. We had 62 people at this show, which is really good. I don't make speeches. One of the reasons I don't make speeches is because I don't tend to take much notice of the individual performances of wrestlers. You know, where it says so and so got a rating of whatever, and his opponent got a rating of whatever. I don't tend to take much notice of those. I know I should, but it means me tracking, who got what and who's better at what, and I know some people probably find it really easy to it just stays in your head, but unfortunately I don't have that kind of brain as I get older. So yeah, we're a little bit more in debt. Let's just skip a couple of days to take us into March, and we can get a better idea. Yeah, we lost 1,427 that month, so yeah, we lost a little bit more. Probably someone's wage, probably someone's sponsors was a good hike, 108. Let's just have a look at what the estimates are. So estimate this coming month, 218. So yeah, um, the free tickets helps there. The free tickets helps because we're getting bigger attendances quicker. Just want to have a quick look then. We're at 1 pop. Yeah, look at us go. Okay, I'm going to call that a day. I might decide to have the next couple of events on camera, and then I'll get into a habit of, two events, and then I'll do a few months off camera again, unless there's anything significant. But there won't be a company of this size. Perhaps, maybe, if our champion gets injured and we need to switch it. But, like I said before, we're just going through the motions at the moment. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you all had a good laugh at me when I screwed up not putting any angles in that second event. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon for the next one. Please leave any comments below as well. Tell me what tell me what I can do. Give me some ideas, because at the moment it is going to be a bit, formulaic. But we'll get there. And take care, everybody. See you all again soon. Goodbye.